We are on the Disney Wish in room 7108. It is a Deluxe Family Oceanview Stateroom with veranda that is wheelchair accessible with a roll-in shower. So let's take a look. At the beginning, you have your doorbell as well as your keypad is here because it has an automatic door.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
The elephant in the room, or the pole in the room, is this thing. It's metal. I'm sure it's part of the structural integrity of the ship, but it is kind of an eyesore coming in. So that is unfortunate, but that happens. It doesn't necessarily make it a bad room. It's just like mildly awkward. Now, going in between where Adam is, I don't think he could fit his wheelchair there, but so he's gonna have to come around the other way, which will be much easier when we get our suitcases out of the way.
This is a connecting room, so just be aware that if you do get this room, you can get the joint room on the other side of it if you need, so you can have a little bit more space to spread your clothes out. Okay?
And that room is also wheelchair accessible, though oddly, the door in between them is not. But it is 2 wheelchair accessible rooms, and that is the button you use to open this door when you are on your way outside. Like all rooms on the new ships, you do have to have a key card in here in order to power the lights on.
And the AC.
We like to use an old card rather than our key card so that we don't forget our key card.
As you may have noticed, this is a very spacious room. As we come on in, there's a lot of space to maneuver around and to lay out on the floor and have a picnic if you want.
That would be decidedly weird, but okay. This room sleeps 4. The bed is higher than wheelchair height. However, I'm told that you can have it lowered if you need to. It is a Rosen room. On this side of the room, there is a European style outlet and 2 USB A's. The table side lamps do have hidden Mickeys and things on them, which is cute. And they also do have a little reading lamp, as well as light switches. And you have your little sort of nightstand situation there. On this side of the room, you have 2 outlets plus a USB-A and a USB-C and 2 USB-A's. This closet next to the bed here is the closet with the accessible hanging. So you have the bar here, you pull it down, whoopsie, and it does stay. There's your accessible hang. And then when you're ready,
slowly release it and it goes back up.
Yeah. So. And it does spring back, so just know that.
As we come to this side of the room, we have your dressers with your closets, with your life vest, which we need. It also tells you what your muster station is. We have another closet with a child vest and hanging coat hangers. Because it sleeps 4, you have a lot of shelving space and a lot of floor space, it looks like.
Here is the desk, and the large drawer there is actually a refrigerator. This is where your hairdryer is, so not much storage there. This is where your
stationery is,
as well as this is what you would use if you want room service in the morning, if you want to schedule it, or you can always call them, it just takes a little longer. Your television is sizable. Now this is sort of an interesting configuration going on over here. So we have a chair rather than a couch, and that chair appears to pull out to be a bed. And then you also have a bed coming out of the ceiling. So that's how they did this, which is very interesting. I'm guessing because this pole would make it awkward to have a couch back there, because normally you would have a couch that turned into a single bed, but here you have, and then they have the little floating table.
To separate the rooms, you see a curtain that can come across to separate one half of the room from the other half. So now we're going to head to the bathroom. But I can't get to the bathroom because of this pole in the way. Let me see if I can squeeze. Never mind, Adam. Stop joking around. The bathroom does have a mirror on the outside.
Full length.
Full length.
You also have a full length mirror over here. So.
As we come into the bathroom, we have your embroidered Disney towels, which are great. Also, the toilet paper is also embroidered. This sink is slightly lower, as I can't get my wheelchair quite under it. Liquid soap and bar soap. Lotion, which is the sea salt lotion, I believe, from Disney, which is good. Your plug for your shaver. It doesn't say shaver only, so you can probably use other things in here for that. We have our bench, shower bench. The curtain is long, which is great.
Because it goes all the way around.
And we have our normal shower bench here. Nice good thunk, which means telling me it's a good solid bench. The amenities are at a lower level, which is good. The shower head is adjustable and detachable. This room does not have a lower clothesline.
It doesn't have any clothesline.
Oh, it has one. Oh, that's just the call bell.
Yeah, there's no clothesline.
There's no clothesline in here. Okay. And I think that is everything other than the balcony veranda.
Now, there's a sign that says not to go out there before 4. However, they made an announcement that you can, and I saw the stateroom host collecting the sign, so I think it's fine for us to go out there. There is a lock up here that is likely locked when you first come in. I already unlocked it. And then there's a lower lock down here.
Okay, this is a little bit tighter spot.
It's not an aft balcony. It is a bigger balcony, but it's not going to be as big as some of the aft balconies we've had, including one that we've done a room tour for on this ship. What I'll probably do is take one of those chairs and put it on the other side behind me right now, and that way Adam will be able to get to the table and not feel like it's in the way. There is a partition there if you had both rooms that you could open up. However, it is not going to be
wheelchair accessible, so just be aware of that.
We are right above the lifeboat. This would not be considered obstructed because when you're looking out, even when you're looking out from down here, you have a perfectly fine view. Also, this is glass, if anyone is concerned about such things. There is a bump out over there, same as that. And there's the terminal where we started. So what are your initial impressions of the room?
Very spacious. Every accessible room is different. And so this right here seems much more spacious than in previous rooms we had. So far it's very good. Once we unpack and get suitcases and stuff out the way, I think this will be good.
We will be staying here for 4 nights. So we will come back after we've been in the room for a bit to give you our impressions and anything that came up,
issues
positives
and stuff like
or
that.
issues or what have you, that once we've actually been in the room for a while, because first impressions can be deceiving. So we will do that right now. And we're back. Disney does a really good job of accessibility, and this room is no exception.
Right.
The balcony was lovely. It's a short balcony. It's not an aft balcony, and we do love ourselves an aft balcony.
Yeah.
But it was still, it's a side balcony.
Get out
it was
there
good.
And you had to maneuver your chair a certain way to get out there, move chair to the other side of the door.
Yeah.
But overall, it was a nice balcony. I can get out there on my chair and let's spend a little bit of time out there. Not as much time as I wanted to because I was doing other stuff, but
Vacation got in the way of the vacation?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It's annoying when it does that.
Sure. Too many things to do on a cruise. In that regard, the room was good. In regard of the space in the room, much better than the last room we were in. We'll link to that video maybe here and on the end credits. That one, we were constantly in each other's way.
Yeah.
This one, we were not. I didn't have to ask him to move once for me to get somewhere. He had to ask me to move a couple times because of the pole.
Yeah.
So there are these cabins that get poles, and
structural integrity, load bearing.
Yes,
hold up the whole ship type of.
The poles are important, right? They are not nuisance poles. However, they are a little bit nuisance poles when they're in your room.
Yeah.
And they're not always There are rooms that are not accessible that sometimes have these too, right? So it's just sort of it's just
luck of the draw.
Yeah, it's just the way that the cabins happen. I mean, it's not exactly luck because you can look up what room and choose, generally speaking. But if you're, people end up with them in guarantee rooms where they need a last minute change like we did. That's when you end up in these rooms. So the pole was, it wasn't the end of the world. It was just annoying.
You have to time it just right, so when she's like not in the way, I can zip around it.
Oh.
Go to the bathroom real quick or stuff like that.
Oh no!
Because you saw in the beginning of the room tour, they have that narrow space between the wall and the pole that I could squeeze in there, but it took me more time to squeeze through than just basically go around.
Oh, so, you could actually get through there?
I could. Yeah, I think I can get through there.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I'll have to try it.
We'll put a comment whether he made it or if he got stuck.
So, but yeah, the pole, like Brooke said, is just an annoyance. It's magnetized, so you could somehow, if you wanted, get some type of magnets and decorate it, stuff like that, and they'll stick to it. But
yeah, that's what I would do. Like if I knew I was getting the pole room, I would try to decorate it as a way of making myself feel better about this silly pole. Yeah. Because you could put all kinds of magnets on it, and it could make it fun, right? The fun pole, and there are two of them. The one by the door in the bathroom, that's the annoying one. The one that's behind us, like I never noticed it or cared. Yeah. It's a lot of sort of wasted space back there. But if you had like luggage and things, then you could certainly use, and you weren't able to put them under your bed because you had too much or because you needed Hoyer space under there. This is certainly, you could use that little cubby for stuff like that. Or for storing the Hoyer lift while you're not using it. Things of this nature. Yeah. Shower chairs, whatever. So it was annoying, but not the end of the world. Wouldn't be my first choice in a room, but if I needed to get this room, then I would get this room. The bathroom, same. I got very annoyed at a tiny piece of plastic in the shower. I went back and looked at our stay on the Disney Treasure, which is the sister ship of this one, to see if it had the little tiny piece of plastic, and it doesn't. It's two rings that keep the cord for the handheld shower head attached to the pole, but it feels unnecessary and it just gets in the way. And it was quite the nuisance. Like trying to pick it up and then get it out enough to be able to move it around. Like it made it very awkward. And I can't imagine what purpose it was serving. Did you have the same issue or?
I had issues with it because when the pole, I let the shower head hang, and when it hangs too long, because of the way it's wrapped, it would cut off flow to the shower head. So I have to lift the shower head back up some so it wouldn't crink or pinch the line.
Is that by design? Like, do you think that's the purpose of it?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Okay. I couldn't find a purpose other than to annoy me. But if its job is to annoy me, then it did a bang-up job.
Okay, yeah. So that was the other thing in the shower head thing. So, but yeah. And the last thing is the door. The front automatic door.
Okay.
Because it opens up, you see the bed is right there.
Oh, yeah.
So if Brooke is laying in the bed or something, and I open the door.
Hi, people.
And so people walking by, I try to time it to make sure nobody's walking by before I open the door. Yeah. But that is another thing. It's annoying.
Yeah. That it's about the angles, right? It's not the door itself. It's not the fact that the fact that there's an automatic door plays into it, right? Because if you are in a room without an automatic door, you can kind of sneak out and keep the door, and you can't do that in an automatic door.
It stays open for 20 seconds, 25 seconds before it closes.
It definitely felt like when the door was open, the room was on display. The room is an okay room. Yeah. If it is the only one left, right? If it's the only one left, go ahead. Yeah. If you want to go on that sailing. But if there are other rooms,
even though I have a lot of space, some of the detractors always make you maybe not.
Even the one right next door, which is connected to this one, doesn't have the poles. So like already that's a bonus. This is not the first room I'd pick, but if it's the room I needed to go in order to sail, I would take it.
Okay. Okay.
So that's my take on the room. But otherwise, the bed was comfortable. The location was good. Love our aft balconies. Love our aft balconies. But on the Treasure and the Wish, it is far from the balcony to an elevator.
Yeah.
And this was significantly closer to an elevator, and that was nice. And even like when I was walking around, I was far more likely to just go down the stairs when I was by myself than I would in other cabins, because by the time I've walked to the elevator / stair area, I'm not trying to walk more, I'm going down. So this, because it was more convenient, I was like, oh, all right, I'll just go down the stairs. So like I would, we were two floors up from the spa, so I would always use the stairs to go to the spa and things like that. And I don't think I would have done that if I was in an aft. So that was pretty convenient. So I liked being closer to the elevators.
If you want to stay in a room similar to this,
or better,
or any other Disney or Walt Disney World locations, reach out to Brooke, and she will help you design, plan, and all that stuff, travel agent stuff, to help you plan a vacation that you'll enjoy and memorable. Because we do this because we like showing you guys all the stuff that's out there. And when you reach out to her, she'll go ahead and do that for you.
Absolutely. Making sure that everyone in your party has access to a great vacation. So, and with that, thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please comment, subscribe, like, all those things. We do have a playlist of Disney Cruise Line rooms, and so we will link that on the end screen as well so that you can check that out. And until next time,
stay strong,
get creative,
and keep exploring.
We'll see you in the next video.